to go live. I was kind of hoping. I'm tired as hell. I am tired as hell. Hello, Dolph. And I was kind of hoping nobody would be waiting when I pushed over there and checked out to go live. It's felt like a really long day for me. And I just got home. Hello, Dolph. Hello, Barry. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Again, I say this, but again, it felt like a long day. I woke up at 5, and this isn't what it's me, but I just got home, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes ago, just enough time to take a hot shower, which felt so good, and slip into my PJs and start working on my new organizer. Somebody sent me, one of my viewers from South Carolina bought me a at a glance organizer, and I picked it up today. And I was almost too tired to organize my day tomorrow. So I wrote 5:10, wake up, 8 p.m. in bed. And I'm trying to fill in the details. And again, I don't know how much I have for you. It was a long day, but a good day. It's good to be home. Good to be kind of wrapping up things a little bit. And was kind of wondering about a couple things. And I reached out to a few of my regular watchers this morning. It wasn't Chip. Thanks, Dolph. Yeah, it wasn't Chip. But Chip is a swell guy, but it wasn't Chip. What was I saying? Oh, you guys know I've been going live here on YouTube for the last, I don't know, what is it, 4 or 5 days since Sunday, since the TikTok ban took place. And I deleted the app and deleted CapCut app and haven't been able to put it back on. Just because, good evening, Rich Sternicle, because the app isn't available in the App Store and won't be apparently for maybe some time. I don't know. And if that's true, TikTok's in some trouble. And as much as there's a lot of bad stuff with TikTok, I kind of miss it in some aspects. Although I've enjoyed my 4 days or 5 days here on YouTube and have had a way bigger audience on most days than I anticipated. You know, some days we'll have over 90 people watching. Hello, John. And right now we got 26, and I just started talking a couple minutes ago. So the audience has been great. But if there's an issue I have here on YouTube going live, it's that you're not getting a whole lot of new blood coming in. And I mean, I love you longtime watchers, and I appreciate y'all. But I realized, like, this morning I was talking, and we had my typical 5 most common people on. And what's kind of nice about Coffee with Ken and doing my show, hello, Eric. And although when you're going live on TikTok, it can be a little overwhelming because you'll have hundreds of people hopping on and throwing questions at you. Some will be mean-spirited and ill-intended, and that can be frustrating. But even the ones that aren't, sometimes it'll feel a little tiresome, and you got to recap everybody. People hop on and go, hey, what's this about? Or what are you doing? Or where are you? And I might be in the middle of saying something that I really want to say, and it can be kind of distracting, to be honest with you. However, it's nice as well because it gives me a lot of subject matter. Somebody might ask me a question about my real estate career. Rich Sternicle hopped on just now, and he knows he and I both like riding scooters a whole heck of a lot. Or somebody might talk about the stock market or content creation or whatever, mental health or sobriety, and people watch my videos, new people, and hop on and throw out kind of new things for me to talk about. And this morning I was talking, and after like 25 minutes I felt like I really didn't have much more to say, which felt uncomfortable for me. Some days I can talk for hours, and maybe I'm overthinking it, and maybe it was just a day where I didn't have that much to say, and the audience was kind of quiet. But I was wondering, and kind of almost missing TikTok a little bit, just for the massive audiences, even though some of them are hateful, and the massive amount of random questions and the fun topics that I can go off on and talk about. And I miss that a little bit. I miss that a little bit. I was editing one of my videos. You guys know I edit all these videos. Uh, Flamas said, your best show in a long time was Monday morning. Raw, honest, forthcoming, and sincere. Loved that show. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people liked it. I think there's probably one or two people out there that probably don't love it. But that's okay. I think that was something that needed to come out of me and something that has been kind of bottled up inside for several years. And I feel I've been more at peace since Monday. And I don't know if it was because I got stuff off my chest or got my organizer or got inspired or have been going to bed early and setting an alarm and waking up. But I don't know what my point is. My point is YouTube a good platform to go live? Again, we got a decent audience right now. We got 37, 38 people on, which is great. I like the numbers. And I like that we're talking. But okay, here's what I kind of mean. And I'm not trying to, I love all of you all, but I know every name that's made a comment today. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Flamas, I know Two Captains, I know Dolph and John and Alexandra, and I love it. I love it, but it's kind of fun to have some fresh blood that comes in from time to time, and we'll hop on and ask about anything, like mental health or what have you. Can you have a target audience with how many people you'd like to have on? I don't know what you mean by that, Chip. No, I mean, I think the more the merrier. And again, sometimes it can be, sometimes I'll get mad at somebody that hops on and it'll keep asking the same question. And I think it'll be rude because they'll be interrupting. But I think you probably know what I mean. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe we just need to grow the audience. Maybe YouTube is the perfect social media platform to go live on. And again, I've been surprised with the amount of people I have watching every show. Tonight, I don't feel I have anything to say. Eric said he feels honored to get a live hello. Do you have a number that you'd like to have on your live shows, like 35 or 200? The folks just watching might be driving and listening or doing dishes and listening. Yeah, but you guys, does anyone know, Rich Durnicle, are you still there? Do you know what I mean? I think Rich has watched over on TikTok before. It's crazy. It's kind of the Wild West. You never know what to expect, and you get a lot of negativity. But you also do get new people hopping on that maybe have a question that, you guys don't. You guys don't. You guys know me. I don't feel I need to tell you that I've been a realtor for 17 years or tell Rich Durnicle that I grew up in Downers Grove and used to play Dungeons and Dragons and listen to Rush music and ran cross country and track, because Rich knows that. And a lot of you guys know a lot about me. And what's fun, a little bit on TikTok, and although I'm talking about it, I don't even have access to it. I don't even have access. Maybe that's the only reason I want to go live on TikTok. It's because I can't. The audience will build, just will take time. I appreciate that, Eric. I wonder why TikTok is different as far as, hold on here, many people it goes out to. TikTok does something really well. And this summer I was either alternating or maybe going on Instagram every morning for a period of time. And it was probably the same 25, 30 people that would tune in most days. And again, I love those 25, 30, and I'm not complaining even about the numbers. But there's something nice about the TikTok platform in that it puts you in front of new people every day. And again, I don't mean to, I hope nobody here is taking it as a slight or anything that I don't appreciate you here. But I think just for the health of the show and the fun of the show, having people hop on from time to time and go, hey, Ken, I saw your video on, real estate. What are your thoughts on pricing a home to sell? And that's what's neat about being over there is you get people that have seen your videos and are happy to be here and have a question that's kind of itching at them. Okay. Did I ever play Magic the Gathering? No, I've never played Magic the Gathering. Maggie said I called TikTok a cesspool. It is a cesspool. It is. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I'll call it a cesspool again. Yeah. Yeah. So, but sometimes in life it's fun to get dirty, down and dirty. And I don't mean like with the haters or the trolls or necessarily. Uh okay, you didn't have TikTok, so you're enjoying the one. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys are all fairly cool with this. You guys are all fairly cool with this. And maybe if we just got enough interaction, Candy Haley says TikTok is fun. TP says the Duquesne Dukes are 4-2 in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Uh, yeah, I didn't even know that. They were 0-4. I went and saw them play DePaul here in Chicago. Someone that truly gets value from your content. The need for exposure is important to grow. You might connect with someone that truly gets value from your content. You mean here or on YouTube or on TikTok, Rich? Again, the audience has been good. The numbers have been good. 39 people's a great amount for my first week here on YouTube. But there's something about that platform that seems to put you in front of new people as well. Chip says, I agree. TikTok is fun, but it can get real toxic real quick, and it doesn't make for an enjoyable show for you or the people trying to enjoy it. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. And yeah, Rich Sternicle brought up TikTok. The whole reason I was on TikTok, I was going live on Facebook for a whole bunch of years. Not a whole bunch, but 2 or 3. And my buddy was watching. I was going live every Saturday morning, and it was recently after I'd gotten thrown out of the house by my ex-wife. And I'd stopped drinking a couple weeks prior. It was the first time I got thrown out of the house by my ex. No, it wasn't. It was actually the second time I got thrown out of the house by my ex-wife. And there were more to be had. But anyway, and I was staying, had a good friend of mine that I've known forever, and I was staying in his house. He and his family were kind enough to let me crash in the basement for a couple months. And was going live every Saturday morning and was talking about sobriety and drinking and how I'd leaned on drinking forever as a crutch just to get through the hard times and the anxiety and the depression and what have you. And I had a buddy watch it with his daughter, and she was obviously his daughter, so she's younger, and she's on TikTok, and she thought it would be great content. And if I put that stuff over on TikTok, that I'd get a lot of exposure and it'd grow pretty quickly. And I did. I went live, in November, mid-November. It was like 2 or 3 weeks after I moved out of the house I shared with my ex-wife. And kind of enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, it didn't take off right away. If anybody out there wants to do this or work out or get better in any way, things take time. I went on TikTok in November. I didn't get 1,000 followers till June of the next year, so 6 or 7 months, and that felt like an eternity. And on TikTok, you need 1,000 subscribers to go live. I don't know how many you need on YouTube. It might be the same. I don't even remember. I'm fortunate that I've been doing this long enough and have a nice enough audience that cares to hear what I have to say, to be able to go live on all the platforms. Because for me, that's the most fun. Does TikTok bring in better income? I think it has explosive potential. I think YouTube's better consistency. Like every day, I make $10 or so on YouTube, and I'm just kind of making up numbers, but every day I roughly make $10 on YouTube. TikTok might have a day where you make 2, but it might have a day where you make 50. You know what I mean? And I assume if you get big that it's no longer 2 and it's no longer 50. You might make 20 or 500 or maybe 5,000 if you get big enough. But TikTok seems to be explosive because if you have a video get seen a whole bunch of times, it's called a qualified video. You can make a lot of money. Yeah, Barry, I know you think that. So far for me, I've made more money on YouTube. You know, I've made more money on YouTube, and I make, I don't know, 300 or something on YouTube this month. But okay, but TikTok did have a couple explosive days for me that I did real well, so it might turn out to be bigger over there. But either way, um, either way. So what you guys are kind of saying, if I can feel the temperature in the room, is you guys are thinking that YouTube's just fine. Alexandra says, I think it depends on the person, and it's about more than just the money. If TikTok is hurting your mental health, it's not worth it, in your opinion. Well, yeah, of course. I guess this morning I was worried, and again, I worry about all sorts of things. I want to keep it a vibrant discussion and a fun discussion. I mean, not so fun that it hurts me or that I leave wanting to cry or anything like that. But again, when I'm editing the videos that I was doing live, and this might be a good one. Maybe it was just kind of a flattish show this morning. Can I think when you finally get to that Monday video and chop it up and put it on the YouTube, it's going to be huge? Do you plan on doing that or letting it die? I mean, I'm not going to. I mean, I'll listen to it. I'm not going to put any scathing shorts or reels out there. I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. I needed to say it. I needed to say everything I said. I meant every word I said, and every word I said was true, no matter what other people said. Yeah. Yeah. But I've said it, and I've gotten it off my chest. And if there's any good nuggets that are worth clipping, I will. But I'm not going to do any scathing, horrific shorts or reels. I don't want to be that. But that was something I needed to say. I need some bros to hang with. I got bros to hang with. I mean, I do. I do. I used to hang with bros all the time. I used to drink every day. I just kind of lead a quieter life now. Yeah, quieter life. I picked up my kids at 8:30 this morning. The high point of my day was going to probably McDonald's and feeding them pancakes. I get a big breakfast, and on my app, I get the $2. I had a $2 like sausage and egg McGriddle, which was tasty. And in the big breakfast, they eat the pancakes. Eve's such a smart little girl. She's talking. Augie's a little behind, but Eve's, I'll say McDonald's, and she goes, McDonald's. Who wants pancakes? Pancakes. And again, I eat everything else, and they eat the pancakes, so it works out pretty well. But again, that was the high point of my day. I mean, my whole morning with them was great. I'll tell you what, I talked the other day, I did a video on is it better to be in be alone or be in a bad relationship. And at that time, that night, I was feeling kind of down and lonely and missing I don't think I was missing my ex-wife, but I was missing maybe what I dreamed a marriage with kids should be. And probably missing my kids. And again, maybe dreaming on what it should be, not really looking at what it was. And I was driving around, and as soon as I picked up my kids this morning, I don't know, I just felt good, and I felt happy, and I felt like I was singing, and I was excited to get them to McDonald's. I would like some help. It's not easy getting two little wiggling balls of life in and out of cars during the winter, and in and out of those kid seats in restaurants. I was putting Eve in. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but Augie took off at Culver's. We had lunch at Culver's. I love Culver's lunch, by the way. But anyway, he took off. He made it into the kitchen. He made it into the kitchen. I was chasing him. but he's getting faster, and I get even. He's like halfway across the restaurant, and I'm running after him, and he's just running his line like that. He's beautiful and adorable. Uh, so he was well received, and I'm sitting there going, kind of not sure if I should go back in, and going, Augie, and they go, you can come on back, and there he was, and everyone was smiling at him and what have you. Uh, let's see. Wait, what did Sabrina said? You've been writing in your planner. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I love you saying that. Somebody sent me a planner. It wasn't Chip. Sorry, somebody was giving you credit for sending me this, Chip. It wasn't Chip. It was somebody else, and he sent it to me. I tell you what, and I talked about it a little bit this morning. For a guy that struggles with sleep, and this almost seems counterintuitive, I think setting an alarm might help me sleep, and planning to wake up at 5:10 in the morning, knowing that I'm going to wake up then, rather than feeling I can sleep forever, uh, I think gives me some peace, if you will. And again, I haven't finished out the schedule, but I got 8 p.m. in bed. It's only 6:21 right now. I'm gonna be lucky. I mean, I'm already in bed. I brushed my teeth. I'm wearing my PJs. Chip wants to know, what kind of food is Culver's? It's good fast food, right? Culver's. The burgers are amazing. I got I did a fish and chips the other day, and I got 3 huge pieces with tons of fries. It's really high quality fast food. Uh, yeah, no, it's nice. It's clean and nice. Well, you'd say it's like burger and fries, but it's not like McDonald's or Burger King burger and fries. I've heard the cheese curds are delicious, Dolph. Somebody said they like the buffalo chicken tenders. Their fries are amazing. Yeah, isn't the food amazingly quality? Their hamburgers are fantastic. They're fantastic. The kids' meal comes with a butter burger, which is a full size burger, small fries, a drink, and little ice cream for like 6.50. And let me tell you what, Augie Eve and I love sharing the uh, ice cream at the end. I get the ice cream of the day, and today it was some sort of mint chocolate or something. I usually eat. I like to think my kids might not have sophisticated enough tastes to eat the like pecans. If I get the pecan something ice cream or whatever, so I give them the ice cream, and I usually save the chunks for myself. Shh, don't tell them. Yeah, the flavor of the day sample, John. I'll tell you what. Yeah, the butter burgers are amazing. They're so good. So good. Almost kind of hungry. Trying to figure out where the closest Culver's is to me right now. Go twice in one day. Probably order the kids' meal and get the free ice cream. I did not know about the free ice cream at first. Comes on a little coupon in the kids' meal bag, and you just tear it right off. It's got perforated edges, and take it up. There's no issue. They're independently owned and operated, and the one I go to here in Naperville is amazingly clean. Amazingly clean. Uh, and I do my best to keep it that way. Little Eve, uh, usually I get them in their chairs, I get the food ordered, and I go grab napkins and a straw, a bunch of napkins, and get a couple ketchup, whatever, little containers. And Eve's starting to like to eat the ketchup without her French fries, and I try and deter her from doing that, but she likes kind of sticking her fingers in for a while. Augie's patient. Maybe he's patient, or maybe he's more fixated on watching Sesame Street, because oftentimes I'll get my phone set up, lean it against something on the table, and we'll watch Sesame Street together. I tell you what, I miss doing that with him. I've always liked Sesame Street, and I was fortunate to spend 6 months with him when I was trying to reconcile with my ex-wife about a year ago, and I was being a stay-at-home dad. And I had a lot of motivation to try and make it work, because I wanted to live with my babies and be an everyday dad, and that's what I'd always dreamed of. It didn't work out, but I still got 6 months of diaper changing and Sesame Street watching. Uh, Yeah, and I'm thankful for that. Yeah. I think that yeah, they got the names of the owners. Again, that's I don't. They have the names of the owners up there. I think there was a picture of them even there. Uh, all of us, Barry. We're still talking about uh, Culver's. It's a nice conversation. It's a nice conversation. Oh, we got a nice audience here tonight. 50 people watch. So what you guys are saying, if I'm reading the room right, is uh yeah, if you delivered Culver's, I don't think it'd be near as good. Because it feels really fresh. They give you a burger. I'll tell you what, you get it with everything on it. They put a big raw onion on it and a tomato, and everything's hot and awesome. I wouldn't want it delivered because it'd come in, you know, it'd look like a McDonald's burger. You know what I mean? These are good. These are good. I am telling you. I'm telling you, they're really good. Uh, yeah. Culver's and chill. Yes, some Culver's and chill. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, it does seem like if I'm reading the room, the grilled onions on the double deluxe much better than the red onion. No, I haven't. I'm usually not a grilled onion type of guy. I'm not against it. I just never really asked for it. Yeah, not against it at all, but just never seeked them out. I t- I'm big into smell. I think smell is our most important. Something smells a foul. The most gorgeous woman in the world, if she had BO, would not be appealing at all. Men out there, do you know what I'm saying? And women, you can reverse it. If, I don't know who you like, Brad Pitt or whatever, smelled bad, he probably wouldn't be very appealing to you. And I know it's true with if the most beautiful woman, if she didn't smell well, uh, she wouldn't be appealing. I think I had a point. Oh, the grilled onions. So when I used to feel like I was single and ready to mingle, I'd be very hesitant to ever eat onions because I wouldn't want to smell and I wouldn't want to repulse any woman that I may or may not be meeting later in the evening. But now that I'm old and don't date and go to bed by 8 o'clock at night, I'm able to eat raw onions. So it's kind of fun. Sabrina said, everyone please like the live. Show Ken some love. Barry takes whatever he can get. Well, yeah. Hey, we got 8 likes, and I appreciate 8 of you. I appreciate all 50 of you watching. I really do. But I would like to push this out to as many people as we can. Again, I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and think that's kind of fun. Like to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. And I'm at 5 right now, and it seems kind of crazy. I was at 4 in August 10th, I think, or something like that, or August 12th or something like that. So it's taken me, several months to get 1,000. But I think if I go live every day here on YouTube, especially twice a day, that should grow more quickly. Should grow more quickly. Ken, will you grow your beard back out? I've never grown my beard back out. I mean, this is like 2 or 3 days. I think Barry watches both shows every day. Well, I appreciate that, Barry. I think like this is how I kind of like it to feel. Maybe one more day. But if you go much past that, and you probably can't even see it, I'm like a prepubescent 7th grade boy. Hey, I got a hair. Look, got a hair there. Let it go and get burly. No, Sergeant Gusty, I'm not burly. What is my channel about? Samantha Smiles. It's just a guy talking. It's just a guy talking. And I do a show called Coffee with Ken every morning. And it's me drinking a cup of coffee and having conversation about whatever the heck I want. I'm 56. I'm twice divorced. I had a lot of highs and lows in my life. I've had mental health issues. I struggled with anxiety. I used to drink all the time. Um, I don't know. I've had financial highs and lows, and just I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at telling stories, and so I like to tell stories and talk about my day or talk about life or being a dad or again. But I don't sugarcoat anything, Samantha. Uh, when I'm hurting, you'll see me cry, and when I'm pissed off, you'll see me pissed off, and when I'm laughing, I'll laugh. What did your hair on your head look like when you had it? Uh, I mean, I got a picture on my phone. I don't know how I can post it. Dolph Ziggler liked my day trading millionaire story. Yeah, that one was kind of funny. That's kind of funny. It's so true. I hit $1 million one day. One day. I told my friend Kevin I'd buy him a Porsche Boxster if my account hit 1 million by the end of the year, and it hit one day. And that was the peak. And I didn't run out that day and buy him a Porsche Boxster. It started going whoosh, 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 whoosh. You appreciate the answer and authenticity. Have you ever read the Bible? It is a lot of wisdom, especially in Proverbs. Really good life advice in there. Samantha, no, I've never read the Bible. I go to a Christian church every Sunday here in Naperville called Community Christian. I find a lot of value in that. I wasn't raised spiritual at all. But due to a lot of stuff I've been through over the last 6 years ago, when I started this show, I often will say I started with when I was living in a dark apartment and missing the woman of my dreams. Uh, but anyway, I was in a dark apartment, and I was going through a bunch of stuff, and the stuff got so big that I didn't think I could handle it anymore, and I realized I had to put it down. And at that moment, I just said, screw it. I'm going to stop worrying about it. I'm going to stop worrying about it. But I started going to church, and somewhere along the line, I just started ignoring. I went from ignoring my worries to like giving them to God, if that makes sense. And I assume it will be to somebody that asked me if I've read the Bible. Yeah. Oh, Alexander, he's one of the most authentic creators I've ever watched. Main reason I tune in so much. Welcome. All right. Well, thank you, Alexander. And Samantha, please subscribe. Subscribe and click that little like button. Click that little like button. Again, I'd like it to be pushed out to a bigger audience. And maybe I feel a little better because I've been able to kind of ramble with you guys a little bit today. And maybe it was just one of those things that it was kind of a quiet morning and I had a few things I wanted to say. And about 25 minutes into the show, I started going, well, I don't know what else to talk about. Maybe that's okay sometimes. Maybe I don't have to talk for an hour every morning. Maybe some mornings I can just say good morning, take a couple sips of coffee and say, chat for a little bit, say I'm excited about my day, and I want to thank you guys for hopping on and, what have you. Hello, Jack Taylor. How are you? Called Jack Taylor this morning and we talked about it. Jack, is YouTube a good option for live video? Coffee with Ken yoga sesh. No words spoken at all. Samantha says she can relate. She didn't grow up in it either. She started talking to God by herself, and he showed me he is real, and I started reading the Bible, and God has changed your heart. It will definitely comment and sub. I appreciate that. Frank says, I've mentioned my ex about 6 times. She must be a special lady. Yeah, she's a special lady. Bernice says, hello, Bernice. Yeah, Dolph says he misses me. Same. Thank you for following the live creator. I don't know when somebody follows the live creator. Yeah, I just don't know when somebody does here. On TikTok, when you go on and somebody follows a live creator, it says it. Here, I mean, Samantha said she's going to follow the live creator, me, and I appreciate that, Samantha, but I'm not seeing it in the comments, so nor are you. You know what I mean? I think that you do. I think that you do. Mm. Oh, well, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. Wow, we got a nice audience. 51 people here. Do you see the emojis on the side? No, I don't currently see any emojis. Occasionally, I think I see some hearts flutter up. Do the There's tap on the heart. Let me see. Somebody tap on a heart. No, I don't see any hearts coming up. Do you guys see hearts coming up? I see somebody put a little smiley face. Sabrina did. No, I bet you are a good storyteller. Well, thank you, Samantha. I hope so. Eric, are you from Naperville? Are you from Naperville? Because you said you stopped at the cheese curds on the way to Lowe's, and the Culver's I was at this morning or this afternoon, this morning, I guess, uh, is right by a Lowe's. So I was wondering if you're in my area. Tell us a story about when I was a kid. I don't know about that. Usually my stories just kind of happen. I don't ever sit down and go, I don't know. They just kind of happen. My thoughts on Bitcoin and the crypto world. I've been so wrong on Bitcoin and crypto. Uh, yeah, I've been so wrong, but I still think they're a scam. I still think they're just going to all go to zero one day. They're getting even more momentum. Trump seems to be behind them, and Elon Musk, and I don't know. They're at highs. I still think they're a scam. I think they have no value. They only have the value that we put on them. And I guess you could say that for anything. But there's something in the market called the greater fool theory. And the greater fool theory basically says it doesn't matter what you buy as long as you can find a bigger fool to pay more than you did for it. And I think that's what's driving the crypto world. Uh, yeah. For some reason, there's a finite number. I don't even know what a Bitcoin is. And it gets bid up, and I think it's just crazy speculation. Uh, Trump's been nonstop for the last 48 hours. I heard said he was going to make demand interest rates go down. I don't know how he can demand interest rates going down. I also heard him say he was going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Honestly, it does have a nice ring to it. Jack wants to know my thoughts on pineapple on pizza. I don't like it. I don't really like pineapple a whole heck of a lot, and I certainly wouldn't want it cooked. Yeah, no, I've never I've probably had some pineapple on pizza a couple times because I love pizza, but I have certainly never said yes. Sausage, pepperoni, onions, and pineapple, please. That would be awesome. So my thoughts on pineapple, not very good. Flamus, is that Frank Lamas? Is that who you are, Frank? Or are you Flam? As a former real estate agent, I think I'm going to demand that interest rates go down. I am demanding right away that interest rates go. I don't know. Okay, let's talk real estate real quickly. I have searches set up in various areas that email me listings, and uh, I got one sent to me today, and it was a townhome. It was like a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath townhome in Naperville, and it was like $297,000. And it just kind of said, I don't even want this. It really sucks when you can't afford a home that you don't even want. And I guess I don't know why I let the numbers affect me so much because with inflation, the numbers are just kind of imaginary. And 500,000 today isn't what 500,000 was 10 years ago. Um, but I look at the homes that are priced over a half million in Naperville, and to me, near the end of my real estate career, which was 3 years ago or whatever, those homes were 350 to 400, and now they're 550. And there's so few homes for sale, and there's so few people moving. It's a weird time, and I don't know what's going to happen to have it shake loose, but something's got to happen. And I don't think Trump can just demand that interest rates go down. You know, I voted for him, but I don't think you get to demand interest rates go down. You can't make it. I think interest rates are determined by supply and demand and what people are willing to pay for the, I don't know, treasury bonds or whatever. Dolph says 500 grand and then factor in property taxes. Yeah, the property taxes for that home might be 8, 9, 10 grand or something here, which is significant. You know, it's 900 bucks a month. Frank said, do it, Ken. I think you're talking about me demanding interest rates go down. Oh, okay. Richard Sternicle, who, by the way, I've known for a long, long time. Yeah, I've known him for a long, long time. For anybody, okay, you want a story from my childhood? Samantha smiles. Richard Sternicle and I used to sit across from each other at lunch in either fifth or sixth grade. And he lived in a neighborhood called Orchard Brook, and I lived just on the other side of our grade school. We went to a grade school called Bel Air, and his his mom used to pack Pop-Tarts for him every day, and he was very kind. He was very kind, and to me, Pop-Tarts were like a huge treat because my mom was a health food nut, and we would, that was back in the 70s, I think, or late 70s, maybe 70s. And we'd buy generic products and powdered milk, and like generic cornflakes, because we were on a tight budget. It was the 70s. My parents, worked hard, but they had 4 kids, 3 boys that ate a lot of food, and a girl. And my point was, I'd sit across from Rich, and very often he was kind enough to share his Pop-Tarts with me. Thank you, Rich. I brought that up before, but thank you again. Barry says cinnamon Pop-Tarts are the bomb. Yeah, they're my favorite too. Although I'll tell you what, for those that have been watching a while, I was working at Super Target here a couple of years ago, right after I left real estate. I didn't know what to do, and I needed a job, and started working at Super Target. I dominated. I worked the cereal aisle. Was my aisle, the breakfast and cereal aisle. And because of that, I had my finger on the pulse of Pop-Tarts. And when the pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts came out, ooh, did I like them. I did like them. So they're nice as well. Have I ever had the hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts? I think so. They don't stand out, though. Did I see the Pop-Tart Bowl? They sacrificed a Pop-Tart mascot live for the winner and ate him live on the field. No, I didn't. Cereal and Saturday morning cartoons. Great memories. How old are you, Barry Stevens? I think when I was real little, at like 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, like a real early Superheroes was on. You're 51. All right, so similar-ish age, a little younger than me. Back to food chat. I'm kind of hungry. I thought I was done eating. I've already brushed my teeth. I don't know. Might need a little something, something. The Super Friends. Yeah, but no, the Super Friends came out. Yeah, I think came out a little later. I think there was a maybe. Well, I mean, it was certainly Super something. I mean, Superman was in it, but it was before like Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a bucket of water. Shape of an eagle. The dude, do you remember that? They're like twins. They were like twins, and the guy had to become something water based. And half the time he became a bucket of water, and the girl became like an eagle to fly him. I tell you what, if your superpower is turning into a bucket of a bucket of water, unless you're fighting the Wicked Witch of the West, you ain't that powerful. At the Hall of Justice. Chip says he's at 8,500. For anyone that doesn't know, Chip is in the lovely city of Salem, Massachusetts. Woo! Do you, hey, while we're talking about Salem, Massachusetts, do they still have like sites? They must, of like where the witch stuff went on. Do they have like graves of the witches that were tortured and killed in Salem, Massachusetts? That weren't really witches? Would you rather fight Batman with Superman as your ally or fight Superman with Batman? I don't even understand how anyone could ask that question, Jack Taylor. What's Batman got? What can Batman do? Nothing. Nothing. Superman can fly around the world backwards and make it spin backwards and turn back time. Batman can't even fly without the help of a plane. You think Ted Knight narrated the Super Friends? It's hard to believe. I don't think so. Batman's got the gadgets. What is a gadget going to do to Superman? Did anyone watch the old cheesy Batman, the one from the 60s with, what was the guy's name? Adam West as Batman. And I forget what Boy Wonder's name was, but either way, it was so funny. I think they were either surfing once, and maybe that was in the movie, but they were surfing or water skiing, and there was a shark. And Batman, I think, brought out his bat shark repellent. Adam West, yeah. I almost think Adam West had like a career in soft porn after Batman. Is Rush my favorite band? I think Zepp is the absolute best. I'd say if I was watching a TikTok today, and it was, or maybe it was yesterday, and it was Sammy Hagar asking whoever the lead singer is from Poison, Bret Michaels, what's his favorite rock band of all time. And when I heard the question asked, I was thinking Led Zeppelin, to be honest. Bret Michaels said it was AC/DC. Chip wants me to bring out the sauerkraut. I mean, I could. I bought a jar today, and I still got a little left in the other jar. Alexander, thank you so much for hopping on. Sabrina likes the Flash. I like the Flash, too, because he was fast. He couldn't fight Superman. Nobody can touch Superman. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico? I am here now. Had some great ceviche for dinner. I don't even know what that is. No, I've never been to Puerto Rico. Oh, okay. All right, Barry, I appreciate it. Let me see. I'm going to view message. I got a message held for review. I'm going to show that because I'm the one that said it. Yeah, Google it. I mean, Google that. Somebody Google Adam West. And can't wait for the new Led Zeppelin movie coming out in February. I wasn't aware there was one. Wow. This has been nice. This has been nice. You guys have boosted my spirits. I thought my spirits were down. I was just ready to fall asleep. And I did not know if we'd have half an hour to talk about or 30 minutes of content. And here we are at like 50 minutes, and we've had a really nice audience. Favorite Led Zeppelin song? I mean, right now I want to say a whole lot of love. Uh, Dazed and Confused. Uh, I mean, there's a ton of good ones. I'm kind of into Zeppelin one right now, just because it seems so soulful. And yeah, I'll say yeah, either Whole Lot of Love or Dazed and Confused right now. We get over 1 million visitors over the course of the year. Plenty of history here. When the levee breaks, yeah, it's funny you say that. That used to be my favorite, Frank. And it's actually on my playlist, but I think I've heard it so many times that it's no longer my favorite. Kind of like Stairway to Heaven. It's almost cliche. It's still a great song, but I think I've just heard it too many times. Yeah, Ted Knight's from Caddyshack. Yeah. Barry Stevens says the Stones. Hmm. On When the Levee Breaks, I'm thinking the harmonica on that one. Eartha Kitt was on Batman. She was. She was. Oh. But anyway, it's Thursday night. It's just about 7 o'clock. I'm going to fill out my rest of my scheduler. I guess since we've had a nice show today, uh, I'll schedule the two shows tomorrow. I plan to go live and do my coffee with Ken at 5:45 in the morning. If anybody's up early, I'd appreciate you tuning in. This has been really nice for me because we've had a lot of interaction, and not that I can insist you guys interact or watch or anything, but it just makes it a lot easier when we have a lot of people commenting, and we've had a ton of commenters today, so it's been fun. And made it easier. I think this morning, I don't know, I just maybe didn't have that much to say, or we didn't have that many people talking. And this was pleasant and made it easy for me and made it kind of fun. And would love to have this uh, tomorrow morning and maybe tomorrow at 6. So I'll plan on going live tomorrow at 5:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. If anyone wants to hop on, I'd appreciate it. Uh, You hope I go live at Culver's one day. You mean with my two little ones? They're usually when we're sitting down, if I don't know. I don't know, maybe. It's kind of hard to go live in a public place for me. Because I can be loud and I don't want to distract people that are eating too much. Yes, I've watched Too Close for Comfort. But anyway, it is Thursday night, and I'm going to finish up my schedule for tomorrow. And I will be going live at 5:45 tomorrow morning, and again at 6 o'clock tonight. I have so appreciate the nice audience and the nice interaction we've had. If anybody new here, please subscribe to me on here on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Again, I go live every morning, and it's kind of happening that it goes every night. Talk about a wide range of. Can you see the schedule book? Still got the sticker. Will I ever take off the sticker? Will I ever take off the sticker? I, s- Tomorrow's the 24th, so I started already, but I don't have much down. Wake up at 5:10. Well, how am I liking it? I haven't gotten very far, Jack. I've, I've put in about 30 seconds of work on it, or maybe a couple minutes before I went live here. But I have my alarm set for 5:10 in the morning. And then you can see here, coffee with Ken at 5:45. And 8 o'clock, I'm going to be in bed tomorrow, and we'll fill in the rest. Would I host a scheduling seminar to talk us through the process? Well, I'd love to. I don't know how much is involved. I appreciate the question. Want to be more organized in the new year? Well, that's a great idea, Brennan. I tell you what, grab a piece of paper right now and write down what time you're going to wake up tomorrow. Will you do that? And if you do that, I think you're on your way to get more organized. And if you're like me, I think it'll help you sleep a little better because you'll have a plan for it. for me, I'd always woken up early and didn't, I rarely have ever worked a 9 to 5 job or a job where I had to get in early, and I just kind of sleep till whenever. But whenever ended up being 2 or 3 in the morning because I just didn't have a plan. And I mean, Jack Taylor's saying, "What's the earliest I'm willing to wake up?" I mean, for what? I'd be willing to not go to sleep if the price is right. Uh, so yeah, I should put that in my schedule, a yoga routine. I'm going to the gym at 10 and to 11:30. I got workout and shower at 10 to 11:30 tomorrow. I mean, at 5, yeah, I could do a little stretching in the morning. It wouldn't be a bad idea. It's always better to do a little stretching than no stretching at all. Uh, but anyway, so hey, tell you what, everyone, thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate you guys. This has been a lot of fun for me, and it went smoothly. And I hope you follow my page. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you tune in tomorrow at 5:45, and again at 6 o'clock. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, a great evening. You get a great night's sleep. That you're feeling good. You're loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.